I just love talking about blog titles and content titles in general. They make a really, really big difference. They do. And those folks out there that say SEO is dead are cry cry. And so we want to make sure that we are producing content that not only is quality based and searcher based, but search engine based as well. And really, the most important part of SEO, it's the title. Let's assuming the content is good. The title is a big, big deal. It's a very big, big deal. And one of the companies that is doing this better than anybody, it was a company that came to me about 5 years ago, and they were doing good, but they weren't doing great. And their name is Yale Appliance, and they do bathroom lighting, kitchen and lighting appliances mainly in the Boston area. I want to show you their blog article titles because they are as targeted and as specific as anybody I've ever seen. And then I'll show you the results. It's pretty wild. Essentially, you and I should be able to look at a blog post and tell what is the primary phrase that they're targeting. And oftentimes, when you are producing a piece of content as a title, there's a primary and potential secondary phrases as well. And sometimes that shows itself within the title. Sometimes there's multiple. So let's look at their most successful, most popular blog articles. These are the ones that are just crushing it from an SEO perspective. They do very, very well. It's amazing. So number one, the 5 best counter depth refrigerators. So the primary keyword phrase they're targeting there is best counter depth refrigerators. Remember, we've got the big 5, right? And they use the big 5 as well as anyone, constantly integrating, looking to integrate it in their titles. Even with a list post, which is catchy, they still got best counter depth refrigerators. Here's another one, quietest, which is almost like best, but now it's quietest dishwasher by decibel. Ratings, reviews, and prices. So this is very, very interesting. What they're doing here is they're doubling and tripling up sometimes with their content. So they might not just go after one of the big 5. They'll go after multiple of the big 5. Here's a perfect example. So the primary keyword phrase that they're targeting on this one is KitchenAid versus Bosch dishwashers, 2 major brands. But then they're going after the phrases reviews, ratings, and prices. And so in other words, if somebody types in reviews KitchenAid dishwashers, that is a phrase that this article is now targeting. Or KitchenAid dishwasher prices or pricing, again, this particular title now is targeting it exceptionally well. We could go on and on down the list. The 5 best affordable luxury appliance brands, reviews, ratings. The least serviced and most reliable. I mean, they're so smart at Yale, constantly doubling up on, okay, this is how somebody would search it. This is what our consumers want to know. They get it. They get the big 5 as well as anybody we've ever seen. Show you a few examples from Riverpools as well, how this is done. And so here's an example of an article on Riverpools. You've got 2 different types of fiberglass pool models by 2 different manufacturers. And so now you've got the Trilogy Cassini versus Greco rectangular fiberglass pool comparison. It's actually going after 2 here. We're going after the Trilogy Cassini versus the Greco. That's one of the phrases it's targeting, but it's targeting as well rectangular fiberglass pool comparisons. You see, doubled up. Big, big difference. What is the best rectangular fiberglass pool design? In this case, we're not necessarily doubling up, although primarily we're going after the phrase best rectangular fiberglass pool design, but we could be targeting here as well best rectangular fiberglass pools or rectangular fiberglass pool designs. Show you one other ones over here. This is one of our popular ones, pool heater options. Okay, so that's one of the phrases it's targeting, pool heater options. Gas propane versus heat pump versus solar, which is best. And so now if somebody goes online and searches the phrase propane or heat pump, which is better for my pool, or solar versus heat pumps for swimming pools, which is better, all these things, people search them a lot of different ways. And so if you get really good with blog titles, you're able to target a multiplicity of keyword phrases, but you're always keeping in mind the way that they search it. So let's go to the sales line real quick. It's one of our ultra successful articles here. It was a versus article combined with a review. And so we've got Marketo versus Eloqua versus Pardot. So the primary keyword phrase was anybody typed in Marketo versus Eloqua, or Marketo versus Pardot, or Pardot versus Eloqua. Those were the primary phrases that we were targeting from an SEO standpoint with this post. But also we were going after reviews. So in other words, if anybody typed in the phrase Marketo reviews, Eloqua reviews, or a review of Eloqua versus Pardot, now this article absolutely has a chance of ranking for it in search engine results, and it's been read thousands and thousands of times. Do yourself a favor. Check out the Yale Appliance site. It's as good as anybody, and if you follow what a company like Yale has done, you can do some amazing things. This is their traffic growth, and before they started to really focus on the right titles, the way that people would search them, and before they started to focus on the big five, this was their traffic. And I met with them in 2012. We talked, and we could see that they didn't quite have the right focus. They got that focus, and then the explosion. Recently, they went over 500,000. This isn't even up to date. 500,000 visitors in a month. Amazing content marketing success story with Yale Appliance. But it all happened because not only did they put in the time commitment, but they put in the SEO commitment as well. They're thinking like a searcher, and because they're doing that, they're doing really, really well.